I've seen a few Tranmere fans and Vale fans saying he's got the ball and it's a good tackle. But in real time, from the away stand, it looked absolutely nailed on to the point where it was laughable that it wasn't given. Having seen it back, it's not as blatant as it was, but it's a foul. The angle he's tackling at, to me, if he wins the ball doesn't roll the way it rolls. It rolls from the angle. I don't see how it rolls that way. I think Patrick's got his man between body and got his body between man and ball. And if he does get the faintest of touches on the ball, he's taken a lot of Patrick with him. It's a red card. I'm sorry, it's a red card. It changes the complexion of the game. I thought the referee was very poor all the way through the game. And again, it's caused by Patrick unnerving their goalkeeper and their defender from his pace. And it's a red card. I did say, like you mentioned at the start, Matt, I did say, I've got family members, obviously, some of my family are Vale fans, and I did say before going, let's just hope the ref doesn't ruin it and we get a good ref today. So obviously jinxed it. And I don't want to be coming on here moaning about referees. I want to look at the game and analyze the game. This is not me saying, oh, if the ref, to me, that's not a difficult decision. It's not one of those where, you might a little tug on the shoulder and sometimes you see them giving and sometimes you see them not. He skived him down to me. There's maybe a case putting forward. I've seen some Tranmere fans really say, why didn't Patrick just put it in? But it's a red card. It's not a penalty, it's a red card and a free kick. And then, which I'm sure we'll come on to, there's a blatant handball he's missed at the end when Saunders is through. And that's even more blatant than the foul. His arm was miles away from his body. It's whacked his hand. It's clearly handball. What frustrates me is these aren't close. That handball is so obvious. You've got to see that. It's ridiculous. And that was, that would have been the last action of the game. With our set pieces, probably likely nothing would have happened. But it's handball. I mean, and they get a free kick from that. They broke from that and got a free kick themselves, which McGee has to make a save. That's the last action of the game is our free kick in a great position. But yeah, really frustrating with the ref today. I did say at the start that I have to analyse the game on what I saw. It was 11v11. It shouldn't have been. To be fair, there's been a lot of Vale fans in my family members who have said we've got really lucky there today. It's definitely a lot of them have sat close to where I've said they couldn't believe they got away with it, and it's a red card because it's a red card. Second game in and we're already talking about shocking decisions. It's unfortunate. I'll be interested to hear what Nigel Adkins has got to say about it. But yeah, Matt, really, that's a bad decision that's gone against us today. It's a shocker.
See, I'm concerned about the handball rule because I just don't think people fully understand and appreciate what is a handball now, because it's all to do with your body and your arm being a natural position. And, what is a natural position for me when I'm running, Paul, might be completely different to you when you're running. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that anyone who's listening to this podcast runs like Phoebe Buffay in Friends, but if anyone's seen the episode that I'm talking about, they'll know that she runs with her arms all over the place, like some kind of, like one of those like big blow up inflatable things you see outside a car garage. So people run in different ways and therefore their arms end up in different places. And therefore what is natural and what isn't, the intention is there as well. I think the handball rule is so confusing that even the referees at times under pressure in the kind of split moment are going to make decisions that are wrong and are deemed wrong by us, but then other people will go, I'm not so sure because of the natural position thing. So that is such a subjective thing. But the foul on Patrick, I cannot see it as being subjective myself.
No, I think that's probably fair. I think, in my opinion, it's handball because his arm's so far away from his body, and it was a ball going through that Saunders was going to run onto. But I'm with you. The handball, it changes by the week, doesn't it? It's some of the handballs I've seen given where it's hit defenders' arms from, I think we claimed for one when Tom Davis had a shot, but it's hit him from a yard out. That's not handball. They're not handball. When the defender can't react, it's not handball. But it was a bit away from him. And I personally thought it was a free kick, but probably, like you're right, probably, those decisions aren't as cut and dried as the Patrick one. If that, I wonder if that was Vale going through in the home crowd, whether he would have given it. I don't know if he thought because it was fairly on in the game, that shouldn't matter. I said to my dad, if that was on the halfway line, he gives that as a foul. So it's a foul. If it doesn't matter where, just because it's a last man. Again, he's had to make a last-ditch tackle because it's a goal. If he doesn't, he flew in with everything there. Even if he gets the slightest toe on the ball, and I've looked at it, and I can't see how he gets the ball. He's come from the angle he's tackled at. He's had to take a lot of Patrick with him. It's a foul. So if it's a foul, it's a red card. You know, it did look in real time. It did look worse. It looked like the most. I was laughing. It was that ridiculous. It looked like the most. You know, and a few people have got in touch and said, you know, they listened to Port Vale commentary, and they've said, you know, I've not seen. You know, to be fair, they're 90%. Yeah, we've got away with one there. I think when you know it's bad when, you know, the opposition fans are even saying, yeah, fair play, we've got away with one. And I'd like to say these things are going to even themselves out, but do they? Do they really? I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, that could have put a whole different complexion on the game. And me and you could be now talking about, Matt, about a fantastic 3 points. You know, and we ground out a 1-0 win, which we could have still done with 11. So really disappointed with that, because it's all the more frustrating when you feel like, you know, the ref's taking something from you, but shocking decision. It's a red card. It's a shocking decision.